roll, let her flow. But anyway, my name is Kerry Miller, and we are here on our Wednesday night training session. And it's just awesome to see everybody. Always awesome to have everybody here. We are going to go over just a few things tonight. A couple of things in the color system. Man, I've got a ton of people texting me. That's crazy. I've never had this happen before. Either that or all you guys are messing with me. Everybody on training right now is messing with me. Y'all must have found my phone number somewhere. But anyway, it's good to have everybody. And my name is Kerry Miller. This is our Wednesday night coaching session. And it's always a privilege and a pleasure to be here. Let me go down here and get the housekeeping out of the way. If you haven't joined our YouTube channel, join our YouTube channel at youtube.com/InstantAppWizard. And also, if you have not liked our Facebook page, that's not our group. Hang on a second. Let me take care of this message. Like I said, our Facebook page at facebook.com/InstantAppWizard. And also, if you don't receive the text, this is how you know, and I tell people this all the time, you need to sign up for the text, because we tell you if we are or if we aren't having training. That text message goes out about 15 minutes before the show. And so you really need to get this text message. I apologize. If my phone was on right now, it would be this. Y'all would be saying, turn that dang thing off. But so anyway, 727-478-1343. Now people are texting me telling me they're getting in and they can see the show. 727-478-1343. And if you haven't liked us, if you haven't joined our Facebook group, join our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/InstantAppWizards with any suggestions and ideas. Just please put them in there. Let me reiterate again. And I said this last week, and I want to make sure that you understand it. I don't mean to be rude in the Facebook group. I don't care if you post your stuff in the Facebook group or not, but you've got to post your support questions in the support center. Mark doesn't always watch that group, okay? Fortunately, sometimes he sees it and he fixes it immediately. But what happens is we get people posting support questions in the group, which is fine, and not posting them in the support center. And then people get upset because the support never came through. So you've got to make sure, okay, you've got to make sure that you post it in the support section of the site. If you don't do that and it doesn't get fixed, that's not our fault, because the Facebook group isn't a support group. And if you ask everybody else, hey, how do I fix this? And they don't know, then you're stuck. And I know that there are times when things come up immediately, and I know that people call you. I mean, you got an appointment and you're running late, and you waited until the last minute to build the app and all that stuff and put everything together for your deal, and you didn't test it before you ran out, and something happens. I understand that happens. It happens to me all the time. Okay, you get really busy and you get behind, and you start doing things. So, you know what, Will? I was just checking my text, and I didn't get mine either for some reason. I need to check on that. But make sure you post it in the support group. I won't beat that horse, but make sure you post it in the support group. Yeah, let me answer these last three texts here. All righty. If you have not done this, okay, give us your feedback and win. A winner will be announced on live training, and we already know how we're going to do this. We're going to get Woodrow's daughter on camera. We're going to have a fishbowl, and we're going to put all the entries into the fishbowl, and we're going to have a drawing. All you need to do is go in there and tell us what you think about InstantAppWizard and our training and our product and support, and you're going to get 1 free year of texting on the app of your choice. And of course, I would hope that you put it on your app, okay? I would hope that you put it on your app of choice. And so we want to make sure that you get that, but we're going to do the drawing online, and we're going to do it where you can see it. And we will draw online, and she's going to draw the fishbowl. So please excuse me there if you hear me go off. I've not gone away. I've just got a ton of people texting me, asking me about training for some reason, and I don't know why that they're not getting in, because people are getting in. I can see it. All right, our payment system consolidation. Let's talk about this, and if you have any questions, please ask the questions, and that way you understand, and I know that you understand what we're doing. We're putting in a new card system where all of your payments will be consolidated. And with your payments consolidated, what's going to happen is we don't have to worry about you getting dinged 5 times a month or 4 times a month, and this didn't come out and this did come out. Everything is going to come out on the same day. All of your consolidations, okay, will be placed on the next month. So let's say that you've got, and it's going to be on your reseller account. It's not going to be separate. It's all going to be on your reseller card, the card that you're currently paying on. So let's say that you've got 2 texting accounts that you're paying on the 5th, and 3 texting accounts that you're paying on the 10th. And what we're going to do, and your actual reseller pay date is the 20th. All of those will be paid now on the 20th. So when we start consolidating it, we're going to roll it forward. We're not going to roll it backwards. Okay, so you're going to benefit a few days. But the way the system works is it's all going to be placed on one day. Now, you've got to manage your texting. Listen to what I'm fixing to say. This is what gets most people in trouble, okay? This is what gets most people upside down, and they don't understand what they get upside down for, is because you do not manage your texting accounts. The way the texting accounts are set up is you're paying that, and then you're collecting the profits on the back end. If someone turns off, you need to let Nancy know immediately that that's turned off, okay? That's extremely important, because you're going to get dinged for it. And we see it happen all the time. You're going to get hit for $100 worth of texting and only 2 people paid, and you're out $40. So you have got to manage that. You've got to pay attention to your business. Just like we pay attention to our business. We're going to ding you if you've got 5 accounts and they're at $15 a piece. That's 3, 6, that's $75. We're going to hit you for $75 because that's the texting amount that you bought. If you only collected on 2 of those, okay, then guess what? You're still paying that texting. You have got to manage your texting platforms. You've got to do that, okay? Texting is extremely lucrative, and I would hope that you have 100 texting accounts is what my hope is. But if you don't manage them, you get upside down extremely quick. So you've got to start managing your business. This isn't just going out and building apps and having fun all the time. There is at least 30 minutes a day when you have to do bookkeeping and book work and manage your company. You're in business for yourself. This is your company. This is your opportunity to make as much of the billion-dollar pie that's out there. If you're not doing that, then guess what? You're missing out a little bit. It's great to make money, and I love making tons of it, okay? But if I don't manage my business, no matter how much I make, I can lose money. So we're going to consolidate, and I'm going to ahead and say now, if you've got questions, type them in, because I'm going to talk another minute and a half. If you have questions about this, type it in now. What's going to happen is when we consolidate it, and on this new system is automated. You have 72 hours, 3 times that your card will be billed. Your card will be debited on your payday, on the reseller date, okay? Your monthly date. If it doesn't go through on that date, it will try 3 times. After the 3rd try, if your card does not go through, your account will be automatically placed on hold. So that means your entire account will be frozen if you do not pay. So you have to make sure that the money is in the bank to ensure your business is being ran correctly, and we ensure that our business is being ran correctly. So does anybody have any questions? This is very important that you manage yourself. Now, we understand that some people go through a time when they were expecting funds to come in and they didn't come in, okay? And you were expecting that to pay your bills, and we were expecting it to pay our bills, and yours didn't come in. You couldn't pay your bills, and you couldn't pay on our end, and we couldn't pay our bills. We understand that that happens. You need to contact us within 7 business days if you know there's going to be an issue, okay? Now, don't contact us 7 business days every month and say, I've got an issue. If that's the case, then you've got more than just an issue, okay? You need to manage your business. If the funds aren't there in 72 hours, your account automatically, and we won't know it unless you call and say, hey, my account went on hold. Now, you will know it's going to happen because you know that the money wasn't in the bank. So you've got 7 business days, which actually gives you 10 working days to make sure that your account is up to date, and or you need to contact Nancy immediately in that 7-day period to make sure that your account's taken care of and it doesn't go on hold. Any questions at all? And this, it's automated. It's going to cut our management time in half so that we can do other things and we can focus on building more features in the system, bringing more things to the table for you to make money with. And we spend a lot of time on billing, and we've automated that so we don't have to spend time on that anymore. Is there any questions at all? At all? Anything at all? Please bring it up now, because you're going to start seeing this consolidation starting tomorrow. Everything's going to start tomorrow, and we're going to start consolidating. Now, we can't obviously consolidate everybody in the same day, so you'll see it over a period of time, but it's going to start happening. And we've got to get our new system online, and we're going to get that done within the next 10 days. So, any questions at all? Okay, if there's not, and if you have a question on this as I'm going through this and talking about it, please throw the questions up there. I haven't seen anything come by, but I want to make sure, because this is happening and it is starting tomorrow. So if you have any questions at all, you need to email Nancy at InstantAppWizard.com, Nancy at InstantAppWizard.com. Okay, and this is going to be better for your business too. Instead of having 15 payments come out every month, it's gonna be a great help for you. So, All right. Now let's roll. Now I'm going to talk about the color system tonight. I'm going to go into the system right now. Hang on just 1 second. Let me go in here. And I'm going to come back over here. I've got a couple of things in the color system that I've had a lot of questions and I see questions for. Let me make sure that this pops up over here, and it did. Let me get back over here. I truly believe that we make the color system way more difficult than it is. It's extremely powerful. Okay, very, 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 very powerful system that creates some phenomenal apps. But when you get in there, for some reason, it's easy to get discombobulated and kind of overwhelmed and how everything goes. And so it's just one of those things that you've got to take a step at a time. And if you don't take it a step at a time, you're not going to create nice buttons that look like this. Bottom line, you're not, and I did a video, matter of fact, it was 2 weeks of video doing, your main billing date will remain the same. Whatever your monthly billing date for your main account is, that will stay the same. Everything else, if you've got the viral texting feature at $20, that's going to roll to the next, whatever the next billing date is. It's not going to roll back. It's going to roll to the next billing date. So you may get 5 or 6 days out of it, where you get some free time, which is fine. Consolidating it is going to make it so much better. But yeah, your main billing date will remain the same. And whatever your individual payments are, your viral texting, maybe you got the reseller program, maybe you've got 10 texting accounts. All of that will start rolling forward into the main billing date. But the main billing date will stay the same. The main billing date will be the same. And it's gonna help you, it's gonna help us. But what you need to remember is, and I'm gonna tell you what happens a lot of times. It's those texting accounts that get you. It's the texting accounts that get you. And your entire account will be measured on the one payment now, versus having a bunch of different payments. So, but anyway, let's go in here and look at and go ahead and ask questions as we're going here. Let's go in here and look at the color system real quick. First off, let's look at the logo. If I get this question answered, that payment will be made. Okay, you have to purchase that, and then it will roll into it. We will automatically roll the next payment into your monthly date. So let's say it's you're paying you get texting on the 15th of this month, and your actual pay date is the 20th. It will roll to the next. It will go to the 5th of the next month, or whatever it is, or the 10th of the next month. But the next month will roll into your monthly payment. And I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Does that make sense for you, Will? I hope so. This logo right here can be any size you want it to be. Okay. Everybody take note of this. My logos that I've started building lately, because of the way I do the digital business card, and it actually takes up just a little bit more space, and there's not so much blank space on the front of the card. Awesome, Will, thank you. Is 500 by 300. Now I used to build them 500 by 250. Okay. But let this be your rule of thumb. I used I used to do 500 by 250. Now I do 500 by 300. Okay. You can do 500 by 600 if you want to. But my width is always 500 because that fits very nice. Okay. The consolidation and everything and fits very, very nice. So 500 by 300, or if you want to bring it down a little further, go 500 by 600. Remember, whatever the length is, it's going to drop it down, okay, into the app. So if you want to do 500 by 300, okay, it's going to bring it down probably right about here. It's 500 by 250 now, and you're going to bring it down another 50 pixels. So it's going to bring it down right about here. And what that's going to do, that's going to push your buttons down. 500 by 300 is a very, very nice logo size. Very nice. It gives you plenty of space to work on. It gives you plenty of space to put their card together. If you're doing a business card and you're taking care of that, it's just really, really nice. But that's 500 by 250, 500 by 300, either one is good. All right. 500 by 600. Now, your background logo, I do on the background logo, on the background itself, I do 1200 by 1600. Now, let me show you a logo here. Hang on just 1 second. Give me 1 second. I've got to do something here real quick. I'm going to go into styles and colors. I'm going to go right back online in a minute, but I've got to, I'm not hiding anything proprietary. I've just got to find where this is. Go in here to advanced. I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to show you. I'm going to open the folder so I can show you is what I'm going to do. And I want to go to the right folder. Oh, crap. That's not going to work. Anyway, I didn't know if it would or not. Let me go ahead and bring the screen back up. Okay, we're back on the screen here. Anyway, what I was going to show you, but what you want to do is now if you're making, what I will do a lot of times is I will cut out a small patch and then go in and fix the edges and do my own tile backgrounds. I usually do that depending on what the tile looks like, anywhere from 15 to 15 pixels all the way up to 30 or 40 pixels. Okay, depending on how I do the background. Okay, and depending on how I cut it out of the logo. All right, depending on how I cut it out of the logo. I mean, I want the seams to match. Okay. Now you can get as many, there's all kind of backgrounds in here. All kinds. There's every kind of tile background you can think of. Okay. Every kind of background you can think of. All right. So whatever you want. Or upload an image. If I wanted to change that to that right there, it would change it in 2 seconds. All right. And you can see it. Most of my backgrounds are custom backgrounds. Most all of my backgrounds are custom backgrounds. And I do that, okay? I do that based off of the image that I'm doing. All right, let me get rid of this ugly background here. Because that don't look good. And then I just move it. Now you can change the color to whatever color you want it to be. Let's say I want to change that to gold. I can change it to gold. It doesn't look good, and I wouldn't do that. But you can change your backgrounds to whatever color you want it to be. But your background image, now sometimes you have to go in on your background image and you have to go in on your background image and adjust it. Maybe you want something in the center, okay? And like I did one the other day for a, golly, I'm trying to think of the name of it, fly dive, okay? And it's one of those jet ski flying machines that go behind a jet ski. And I put the video here. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hang on a second. It's the, let's see, OneTap.mobi. I think it's OneTap.mobi/fly dive, I think. I want to say that's it. Well, that's not flu dive, it's fly dive. Hang on. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Yeah. So I'll be able to show you here. Now, on this app, the background is a man that's on one of these flying machines. Okay. Now you can see I put a transition on the transition on the transition on the logo here. Okay, and you'll see that changing up there. Okay, and you can see here, I've got this. Can you see the waves here? I'm just going to walk you through my mindset when I do things. You can see the waves here under this guy, and under this guy here, you can see a stream of water. Okay, now I actually took this off of their website, okay, and I took it to a transparent background. And now when they scroll up and they start moving up, you can see the stream following that. And when you move that up, you can see the guy here behind the buttons, and he's doing his little flip. And he actually does this in this video. So it just gives it kind of a look of, hey, wow, look at the jet stream coming out of the video, and you got it coming up there, and when they scroll up, you can see the guy here on the background. Now this is a 1200 by 1600 background, but I had to manipulate the size of the guy in the stream and move it so that everything worked out. Okay, so that everything worked out. But if you'll get your canvas 300 by 1200 by 1600, you can work it and manipulate your image sizes however you want. And it takes practice, guys. I did not learn this overnight. I've been doing this since 1998. I've been building images since 1998, background images for websites and so forth. Okay, so I didn't learn this overnight. Get you an image platform. I use, and everybody knows, I use Fireworks. They don't make Fireworks anymore. But I'm going to tell you now, GIMP is an exceptional platform to do the same thing with your logos. The only thing I do is I use the magic wand to remove the backgrounds. I use an eraser, and I use a color palette. That's what I do. And then I use a stamp so I can go in and fix the colors on everything. It's not difficult at all how to use those programs, but if you don't sit there and do it, if you don't make it happen, if you don't learn how to use it, your apps will suffer because of it. Okay, and all of this here is if you'll notice here, the colors of these buttons. Where did I get the colors of these buttons from? I got the colors from here, and the greens and the yellows I got from here. You probably can't see it real good in the video, but this little button tab right here is yellow. Well, in order to bring that yellow out, and I know it's everybody says yellow different. So in order to bring the yellow out, I pulled off that yellow, and that's what I made my button colors with. And I pulled the blue off of the fly dive to make my icons with, and I pulled the green off of here to make my triangle down here. And of course, I highlighted the yellow here, and you know, that allows you. Yeah, GIMP has a magic wand. GIMP is just like fireworks, unless they've taken it out, but it always did. I will take a look at it. I don't use GIMP. I will download it, and I will let you know, Will Sims. I mean, I will do that. But if it doesn't, there is something in there that will take the background out. Now, when you save a background, okay, and this is the other question that comes up. Let me get back over here to InstantAppWizard. Did anybody have any questions on kind of how I designed this app and what I did, and with the background image and everything to make it look really cool? And we may get the entire Fly Dive International organization off of this. Boy, Kenny, it's about time. What the heck you doing, son? I thought I was going to have to call out the National Guard out of wherever you're at, New Mexico. I thought I was going to have to send Will Sims down to look for you. But does everybody kind of understand what I did there? I've got a black background. I created a transparent image out of the guy with the fly dive gear on, and he's doing his flip as the video turns around here. And you can see the video here, what happens. It's their fly dive video. Really, really cool. Really, really cool. But we may get the entire international organization because of this app right here. And I just pick the colors off of here. I mean, it's their colors. And that's what makes it really, really cool. How did you do the translation? What translation is that? I'm not sure what you mean, the translation. Oh, the transition. Oh, okay. I'm glad you brought that up, because I'm going to show that I'm fixing to show that. Any other questions at all? Transition. Yeah, I thought I said translation. Yeah, transition. Let me show you. Let me go back over here to InstantAppWizard. Now, remember on the header, when you come in here and you do your images, okay? I don't have another image. Let me do this. I'm going to save this image. Let me go in here to my desktop, and I'm going to save this image right here. Hang on just 1 second. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna move some stuff around here. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're back. Now, when you put two images in here, first off, if your first image is transparent, okay, if your first image is transparent, you are not going to have a transparency. When you put in more than two images, okay, when you put in more than two images, it takes the transparency away. It doesn't matter if it's a PNG file or not. If you want your image to be transparent, then you've got to upload a PNG file, and it only does it on one image. So if you want to add another image, okay, you can say add another image. We're going to upload the image. Let's go to our desktop. And we're going to upload a second image. Okay. Now, when you upload the second image, that allows you to be able to do the fancy transitions on your top image. Okay, and I'm going to add that. And I'm going to save that. Now, when I save that, image settings come up. So I've got, you can see them now. They're just rotating. Okay. I'm going to go to image settings. And I always set, this is just me. I set my images to 3 seconds. Okay. Right here at the transition, this is where, and these are all the transitions right here. And it really makes for an awesome transition. Okay, fade stairs, you'll see them. And then the next one will come up in 3 seconds. And they all transfer and they all do their thing. And it's hard to see because the images are not different. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's see doors. I think that's what that other image was. You'll be able to see this one because it'll open up. You can see the doors opening actually with that one. So pretty cool. But you have to have 2 images in there. And when you put your second image in, image settings will come up and it allows you to change the images. Do you want it on all pages, only on this, what page you want it, the whole 9 yards? All right. And you've got a many. Okay. Many. And I suggest you just go in and play with them and kind of gives you an idea of what they look like. Get 2 different images. I just didn't have 2 different images, so you can't really see transition. Any other questions on that? Yeah, 5 seconds is too long. 5 seconds is too long. Now, you won't see this up here. You can't do this for 1 image, obviously. You won't see this transitions if you only have 1 image in there. Obviously. You have to put 2 images, and then you see the image settings. I will remove this one. Okay, now you see image settings go away. There are no image settings now because you don't have multiple images. Pretty simple. All right. Now, let me show you something else that I get a ton of questions on. Content body. Right here. When you go into, say, contact us, this is where you set your border size. See, I'm changing the border around my box. This is where all that happens in content body. Your background color, your text color, and your border colors. That all happens in content body. Okay? Any questions on that? Any questions at all? Yeah, that adds great value to the DBCs. It's actually awesome, man. It's a great thing. And I mean, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And I always put a nice border around my my boxes. It just brings it out. Let me get rid of that gold. I can't stand that. Let me get it back to where it was. Let me get it back to black. Oops. Did the wrong thing. Take that back to black, and that way you can see the differences. Now let's go back to content body. And let's say I go up here to the border color. I like to set my borders at 5. It's just me, okay? And now let me put a border color over that black. And see, that looks really nice. I mean, it gives you some really nice quality work. I'm going to tell you, and I will argue with every single human being that walks on the face of the earth, a quality app outperforms an app that sucks any day of the week, and you're going to make more money. And if you don't believe that, go out and try to sell an app that sucks against somebody that's selling a quality app and see who makes the most money. It's just the way it is. You have got to spend time in this system. I want you to go back and look at the 2.0 color system videos that we put out. I start at the top and I work my way down. And if you don't understand these buttons, it's the simplest system in the world. It only is hard if you make it hard. Start right here. Background color. Now you can make it transparent if you want. Okay, and if you want it to be a color, make it 100%. I go transparent if I've got an image on the back. Okay, I can make the color anything I want. Okay, you see me just change the color right here. I can make it gold. I can make it black. I can make it blue. Obviously, I want to make it black. Why? Because my background is black, because it looks good. All right. And then you go to the footer and you set up your footer colors. Then you go to your content body and you put your box in. I always do a 5 on the box. Radius, you can do whatever you want. Okay. If you want to make it a nice radius around there, or leave it where it's at, or make it square. Content padding. Okay. If you start messing with, now sometimes you have to move the content padding. Okay. But put a little padding in there so it's away from the edge. Maybe a 10. Content spacing, same thing. Bring it down here about a 10, so you got some padding around your box so they can see a nice box. But I'm going to tell you now, and listen to what I'm saying. You can take this to the bank. If you don't take time to learn this small portion, all the rest of it is simple. Extremely simple. Okay? Make it extremely, extremely simple. But learn this coloring system and it will make you money. I promise you. Learn this color system and it will make you money. Period. All right. Then go to main links. Set up your links. I create my links myself. I used to use the pre-mades, but I've done it enough now where I just go in and I start creating. I start at the top and I work my way down and I create my own links. Slide menu links. If you have a slide menu in there, you've got to set it up. If you don't worry about it. Leave it alone. Forms. If you've got a form, you set up your labels. So many people will say, oh no, I did my form, and here's where you change your text size. I don't have a form in here, but go in and set up your text size. The best size text for an app is 16. That's what's recommended by Google. Okay? Text inputs, same thing. Your border colors, your background colors. Your drop down and your radio buttons. Next week, I will go in and build out a form. Okay? We'll build out a complete form. Your photo gallery, the same thing. Every single thing in here that's in your app that has a button on it, that has a page, okay? Social media the same way. Now I'm going to show you something on social media. If I've got social media in here, and I do. I do not put text underneath my social media. And the reason I don't, number one, it takes up space. Number two, okay, they already know what it is. There's no need in putting text underneath there. I don't like it under there, so I don't put it under there. I mean, everybody knows what that is. Now, the icons, you can do with them whatever you want. Border radius, border width, whatever makes your app look good. Size. Okay, I can bring these down. I can bring the icon size down. I can bring the spacing down. Now, let me tell you something real quick. If you get these too close, you can't click on the links because it brings the links too close in the HTML. So, you know, you want a nice spacing on them. If I've got that many up there, I make them a little bit bigger. Okay. And I put 3 on a line. Just looks good. Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Okay, and then you just go down through here, the home screen triangle, same thing. Set the icon color, set the background color. Whatever you want to do, just say okay. Website link, okay, full website link. I don't have my full website on here, okay. Rate us page. Developer text. This is the other question I get all the time. How do you set the developer text? This is if you have a platinum or above, and you've got your own domain and your developer information. This is where it's at right here in developer text. Change the color, whatever color you want it to be. All right. Line 1 text size. This is right here, developed by. You can bust it out there and then bring this line 2 text down a little bit, however you want to do it. Bold, normal. I like bold so people can see it. Italics are normal. I do italics just so it stands out from the app. Text decoration, underline. I never use underline because it looks like a link, but you can. Okay. Any questions at all on what we've gone over? And we did go an hour. Damn. Any questions? Well, your question, yes, it has an eyedropper color picker. He wasn't asking about the eyedropper color picker. He was talking about the magic wand. I don't quite get the email in web form. Suppose they use it. We're going to go completely. I will build out a web form next week. It's an email that comes as an email. I will build out a complete web form next week. We'll go through that function next week. from start to finish, because it's going to take more time than what we got. Any other questions? If one did use a puppy dog close, how long would you suggest? No more than 5 business days. No more than 5 business days. Any other questions? Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't go more than a week. More than a week. That gets them used to it, gets them liking it. I don't do that myself. I want to sell. I'm not a keep it for a week and think about it, but that it's a great close. It works. It just delays closing the deal just a little bit, but it works, Glenn. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. There's all kind of ways to sell these apps. Next week, we're going to go through some new stats I'm going to show you guys, and it's for your own good. Yeah. Do you know where that? Are you using GIMP now, Kenny Dutton? He was asking where it's at. He couldn't find it. Okay, guys. If that's all the questions, if I have time next week, I will go through Google Analytics too. I am going to do a full training on Google Analytics. Y'all need to be using this. Do a screenshot and put that in the group if you would, on where that wand is, Kenny. GIMP's a great program, guys, and it's free. It's absolutely free. Awesome program. Awesome program. Any questions at all on the way? We're going to start consolidating your pay, the way you pay. Your card will be dinged 3 times. After the 3rd time, if it doesn't go through, you need to make sure it does. Your entire system will be shut down, and it could happen in the middle of the night, and we not know it. So that's all done. The fuzzy select. So it's not called the magic wand. It's called the fuzzy select. Awesome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please, next week. My dog just came over. She heard me say we're done. She comes over, she starts scratching on my legs. She wants me to pick her up. Next week, we're going to go through some new stats on your business and where the mobile marketing industry is. Okay? And what it's doing. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not making money in mobile, you're not working. Yeah, it's just the bottom line. If you're not making money in mobile, you're not working. And absolutely, thank you guys. Thank you so much. With our platinum package, do we get 6 websites? No, you used to get a 6-page website, but now it's all 1 page. It's updated, and that the actual website that you see now, the InstantAppWizard website, is fixing to go through the same change. But you don't get 6 websites. You get a 6-page website, but it's not a 6-page website anymore. It's all on 1 page with anchored links. And it's really, really, really nice. Let me show you real quick. Oops, I always do that. It's not .com. I own .com, but it's not .com. This is the new website. 1 page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, 5 page, 6 page, 7 pages. Okay, but it's actually 7 links, because if you'll watch here, all it does is scroll down. Okay, it takes you down the page. Everything's on 1 page. What that does is that eliminates load time and a lot. It eliminates a lot of things. Okay. Great question, though. Great question. All right. All right. Everybody have a great evening. And thank you so much for coming out again on another wonderful training. And always remember, the hardest door to open is the car door. If you don't open the car door, you're probably not going to make any sales. Anybody can drive up and down the road and look for it. You got to make sure that you're the one that has it. Make sure that you're the one that when you walk into the business that you walk out with their wallet. That's what's important. Have a great night. Have a great evening. God bless. And I will see you in the Facebook group.